I apologize. I had a very important phone call to answer. But this is part two of being burnt out. And I'm just going to give a really quick review. I recently started a job about 3 months ago. Okay. And as you can see, I have my mom pony on. I'm just vibing and getting myself together for tonight and getting ready to go to bed. So, excuse me if I look a little tired. If I don't look tired, that's fine. But starting this new job slash career is something I love doing. I wake up doing it. I go to sleep want to do it, and that's being a caregiver. This new career opportunity, it has opened doors for me that is so amazing. And when I tell you the magnificence of this career slash job that I'm doing right now, it has opened doors because now I know I want to be a nurse. Now the thing about, and I'm still going to be speaking about being burnt out. The thing, or the reason why I'm doing this video is because a friend of mine, or just someone in my soul tribe, they reached out to me and they really was just verbalizing how they feel burnt out from everything, just everything they're doing, and how they really need a reset button, and they wish they had a reset button. And so it was just something that, dang, that God's put in my head to just really, really, really think about, and how, like giving steps on how to not be burnt out or to prevent it. Because I found myself burnt out for a little bit, and as a recent, I've decided to step out of a lot of things. So just to recap on a couple of things. The first step, or the first thing to recognize, is energy. Energy is everything we do, is who we are, it's in everything. God is energy. God put the energy within us, and we all have a certain aura. We all have a certain way of doing things and seeing things. And energy comes with our senses, what we perceive, what we speak, what we eat. Energy is all around us. So what we focus on is what we feed. What we focus on, that's where our energy is going to go. So if we focus on a negative thought, that negative thought will become a reality eventually. If you focus on someone cutting you off in traffic and you're just talking about it, you're going to end up being in this smoke or fog of negative energy. It won't be positive. So we must focus on the pace and what thoughts are we feeding? What thoughts are we allowing to not simply pass by? So it's energy management. A lot of times people will see energy, and that's in this like magical mist of the spiritual world. No, energy is anything we put our energy into. Not anything we put our mind to, our thoughts. Energy is our aura, it's our personality, it's how we show up in the world. Energy is all around us. We become the energy, and whatever we feed, that's what will come back to us. So a lot of times we're not managing our energy properly. See, we think we have a time management problem, but we have an energy management problem, because time really doesn't exist when you look at it. Have you ever just been rushing to get to a place where you're always on time? Or you just end up there just at the time? It's because in our minds we rush things, and then we really don't pay attention to pick up certain things along the way. See, it's because it's an energy thing, it's not a time thing. See, one of the things that I've learned as far as energy management is simply this. When we manage our energy, we are able to prioritize self. We're able to prioritize people, places, and things in our lives. We're actually able to, I hope y'all can hear me. We're actually able to see things for what and who they really are. And we're able to see it and not put rose-colored glasses on it. For example, if we need to prioritize ourselves over relationship, if we need to have more me time, if we need more time to rest, if we need to eat healthier, if we need to drink more water, whatever it is we need to do for ourselves, we will do that because we love ourselves. We are putting more energy back into ourselves. I did a video some time ago. It was, I think it was called Leftovers. It had to be on TikTok, Facebook, or even a podcast. Some type of way I recorded it. And I remember speaking about leftovers. So many times we give leftovers to ourselves, the people in our homes, our loved ones, and we give all the excess of our energy to everything outside of us, our jobs, our careers, our businesses. You know, we give all that love and attention to other people instead of ourselves. But one of the things I've learned is just managing my own energy, doing what's in my control to do. You know, managing how I see things, how I react, managing my emotions in certain situations. These things have kept me, and they keep me in a mindset, in a mind state of keeping my energy high. Listen to different music, it keeps my energy high. When I need to relax, I relax. Now, if I cannot relax at that moment, I will set a point of time in a day in my mind saying, no, when I get home today, when I get home from work, or just say if once I get done washing dishes, once I get done spending time with my daughters, or once I get an opportunity to do this particular thing, I'm gonna put all of my energy into that particular thing that's going to give me back the energy that I need. Sometimes doing fun things, making time for play, making time to draw, making time for our hobbies, going out for a walk or just a 15-minute walk, exercise, preparing a meal, doing meal prep, doing whatever you love doing. You know, whatever makes you smile, whatever makes you feel like honey. Those are the things that I'm investing in more. I'm investing less in situations, circumstances, or people that really aren't feeding me. They're not giving me anything that's productive. They're not giving me anything that's actually putting back into me. And we need to manage our energy. So that's the first step to not be burnt out. Okay. The second step, and I'm trying to remember from the other live video because I had a phone call. I'm trying to remember what it was. Give me a moment. It was energy management. I may have forgotten the second point, but I just go along with the flow. But we all need a reset button. So once we've actually had the moments to reassess where we're putting our energy at, guess what? Let me put this right here, y'all. Oh, this works perfectly. I was trying to find the right lighting because my lighting here isn't as good. But the thing is, once we've assessed our energy, we have to make time for self. Okay? And once we make this time for self, it gives us the allowance to just be. I think that's what it is. Doing what you love. That's what the second part. The second one is. So doing what you love. When you do what you love, it gives you the opportunity to be you. One of the things I love doing, I love encouraging people. I love just speaking life into people's situations, and I love just being a support for others. Because when I'm a support for others, it's a way that I give back to myself. At least I'm learning that's how I do. That's what I'm coming out of doing. But outside of just giving to others, it's like I'm creating this new motto. I'm not just giving to others or giving out my energy to others just for the sake of being there or supporting. I'm doing it because I know that out of my leftovers, I can give y'all my leftovers. And who knows that some leftovers are better the next day. If you've ever had a family meal or even a holiday where, say Thanksgiving, and the food the next day tastes a lot better. Uh, and I just find it so amazing that this analogy of leftovers is helping me balance out so much in my own space. So once I stopped giving myself and my daughters the leftovers of my energy, I can now preserve, put it up for later, and then the energy that I preserve, I can give you the overflow, if that makes any sense. So that's the second step to not be burnt out. Because once you're doing what you love, you are giving people the overflow of the energy that you're putting into. You're putting energy into your art. You're putting energy into what you love doing. You're putting energy into all of that, and you're allowing yourself to just be. Let's make sure I have better lighting, y'all. So that's a big part of growth. And as we grow, as we become more conscious minded, as we become more aware of ourselves and what we need at that moment, I believe we become, or we become, we have more of a oneness with what's going on. Another step that I'm currently doing is meditating. I've gotten out of the habit of breathing consciously. And I know when I meditate, I usually start by breathing, consciously breathing throughout the day. It's moments in time where I'm frustrated, where things are happening. I'm being pulled in 5, 10 different directions. That's what's going on right now. I may get an email, may have a phone call. My children may want to talk to me. I may need to go and soak and just really release any achiness from my body from work. I'm in a process of also publishing a book, so I'm getting with my publisher to finalize everything. Then setting up meetings here and there. Then having two Zooms within a week, and then getting a work schedule. Then my daughter's about to graduate, so I'm having to redo my work schedule for that week. Then on top of that, keeping the place clean, keeping dishes out the sink, keeping the bathroom clean, keeping my room clean, folding my clothes, taking time once a week to do once or twice a week to do facials, to do once a week, taking time once a week to do a pedi and a mani, taking time to shampoo my hair, and making sure my hair is beautiful and soft. These are things I have to prioritize. And so by me just breathing in between all that, it allows me to be who I am. And the thing is, so many times we allow the voices of responsibilities and situations and what we need to do, or what we feel like we need to do, and us trying to always be there for other people, you overload yourself. Once I've stopped saying yes to a lot of people, I have so much more peace now, because I'm not trying to do this for you. Right now, I need this for me. I've literally taken time off of some Zooms. I've taken time from Toastmasters. I've taken time to not post this video. I've taken time just to just disconnect from any social media and take that time to sit with myself and my family. And for us to have family meals together, we always have family meals together, but I'm talking about just no distractions, no phones, everything off. So whoever called me, whoever texts me, I give them later. We've even started doing Bible studies, and we started doing like a couple of conversations. And my daughters may have a question here that I can answer their questions without being interrupted. So Just taking those conscious breaths, meditating, tuning in. It's my superpower. It's like the Energizer. It's like the battery. It's like the battery at the back of the Energizer Bunny. It allows me to keep going because when I meditate, while I meditate and pray, excuse me, I'm connecting. First off, when I'm praying, when we pray, we connect with the Most High, with God, with the universe. But when we meditate, we connect with ourselves. And so by me taking these conscious breaths, by me being connected to the Most High, my higher self, my inner child, by me tuning in, by me being in this headspace of just being one with self, one with the creator, it it brings that quiet and that peace to me, into my mind. I'm not running around with my head like a chick with his head cut off. Wait, I need to do this. No, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm taking time to reassess. Like, is this thing really important at the moment? Is this thing really a priority? Is this relationship really a priority? You know, am I putting more energy into other people other than myself? Am I a healthy person? Is my emotional world healthy? Am I balanced? And in the other video, I don't know if it's gonna upload or not, but we need to create harmony. That's the fourth point. Us just creating harmony is so important. How do you create harmony? Harmony isn't everything just being in sync, everything being one, everything just being where it needs to be. Harmony is finding those things that's important and you putting them higher than anything else. Harmony is prioritizing what's truly essential. One of the things that I've done, and I have to finish my list, I have on one side roles and on the other side responsibilities. And I may have to redo this because, hey, I'm in the process of really healing some things and transitioning into a greater version of myself. But when I did do this list, had to be a month or so ago. I realized that a lot of the things that I saw as a responsibility really wasn't a responsibility. Those things were simply energies that I took on as my own. They were energies that I took on as important. They were energies that I took on as something I must do because if I don't do this thing, I won't be validated. I won't be valuable. I won't get that attention that I felt like I needed from those people. And that's where the no comes in. That's where the prioritizing stuff. That's where making sure home is good. Because so many times, especially now, we live in a society where people will put their jobs over their family. You work 8 hours, 12 hours. You going outside your home with some people. If you have a stay-at-home job, it's different because you're at home. But when you're going outside the home and you're dedicating all these hours, you don't sometimes have the energy when you come home because you're tired. If you have a cooking job, who wants to come home and cook? I'm going to tell you, and this is total transparency. It took me an entire week. I had to plan it. I had to plan time just to clean my refrigerator. That's sad. It's sad. Y'all, I had to plan to clean the refrigerator. I did. Why? Because I'm doing this for other people. So by the time I get home, I'm just throwing stuff in the refrigerator, putting stuff in type of way. I didn't clean out the refrigerator, nothing. So taking that time to prioritize, okay, This is a priority. I need to make sure this refrigerator is cleaned out and organized. Okay, I have to make sure these clothes that I just washed, I don't just stuff them in the dryer. I have to make sure that I physically take time to fold them, put them where they need to go, put them in my daughter's room. And my daughters, they are now in a stage where they are responsible, where they put clothes up and things like that. So I give them that responsibility. Like, put your clothes up, put them where they need to go, et cetera, et cetera. So it's overstood, it's understood, and it's understood now. And my clothing, I just put up. I don't have to put all my focus on just folding their clothes too. They know how to fold their clothes. They know how to organize it. Of course, they don't always do that, but I'm just saying. But the point about harmony is that things are prioritized. The essential things are put as a priority. And you can't do everything. So the biggest point I want y'all to get about harmony is that you can't do everything on your list that day. Some things you have to just take on the next day and the next day. If it takes a whole week to do that list, that's okay. If it takes 2 weeks, that's fine. Give yourself grace to do these things. We're not meant to do everything in one day. And sometimes we take on too much and we get burnt out. We take on too much from an organization, from a career. We take on too much with our family. Even with us, we take on too much. And so when you take on too much and you're taking on other people's energies, especially as an empath, what you're doing is you're taking on responsibility and energy that's not yours. So a great amount of your energy is going towards things that you're not even supposed to be dealing with in the first place. So when you prioritize, my nose is itchy. I don't know what that means. It's like my nose is itchy. That's why I said that. And it's 20, it's 2222. So that's verification too. But most definitely, it's time to prioritize you and see who and what is important, and to create that harmony within your own home, your own apartment, your own place, your own sanctuary. Like, you are the sanctuary. We are the written scripture. So we need to make sure we are prioritizing and keeping our temple holy and keeping our temples clean. Through what we eat, through what we think, through what we say, through the company we keep, through the fruit that we're bearing. So I'm hoping, I hope that this video really shine light on a couple of things that is going on. Maybe it's one of those videos that you'll share, because so many times we are trying to be everything for someone else. And some people need us more than we need them. And so that's the problem. Because I've had to say no. I've had to really just not answer some phone calls. I've had to ignore some emails. I've had to just push some stuff back. So like right now, I need some me time. I feel like I'm just drowning in responsibilities. I feel like I'm drowning in obligations. I feel like I'm drowning in expectations that others have of me. And I'm gonna say this and be done with it, because I know we all have other things to do. But just imagine, if you could, just close your eyes. Imagine a room full of mirrors, and in these mirrors, it's different people, different obligation, different responsibilities. In this room of mirrors, you don't know what the true mirror is, and that's where the voice of God comes in. God's voice should supersede anybody else's voice, even our own, because sometimes we don't even trust ourselves on that level. So sometimes we have to break those internal mirrors, those expectations that people have on us, how we should walk, how we should talk, how we should dress. We should be free with that. And just being in a headspace of growth and expansion, I've stopped trying to be what other people want me to be. And you know, I realized some people don't like me for that because they can't emotionally control me or physically control me. They can't control my responses. I'm like, this is who I am. And those people that's trying to do that, I no longer want to be around them. And it's like I'm cleaning the house, I'm purging my thoughts, I'm purging so much. And as of late, I purchased this. This is my clear quartz. I sleep with it, bathe in it, and I know it may sound gross. I don't take it off really. And I have so much clarity. And it's like I'm actually able to tune in. I'm actually able to trust myself. And for those people that may be into crystal work, whatever, these things really do aid. And that's my journey. But whatever helps you tune in and find that true self or whatever that is for you. I hope you can find it. Or you can pray, you can meditate, you can connect with yourself, and you can know what you need. I want to end this live with this question. What do you need to be doing right now to bring more harmony? What is causing the imbalance in your life? Who is causing the imbalance in your life? Whose energy are you taking on? Because you may be taking on somebody else's responsibilities, somebody else's karma, somebody else's depression. You may be feeling other feelings. If you're an empath, you may be feeling that. And because you're feeling that, it's causing you to be in distress and be stressed out and be sad and be mad. You don't know why you feel how you feeling. And if someone is engaging in sexual activities with someone, you might be taking on their energy. Energy management is so important, y'all. Taking time to relax, taking time to do what you love, being around those people, and doing those things that make you feel like honey. Reassessing where you are in life. It's more than a couple things to avoid burnouts. And you're speaking to someone who works 5 days a week, who's a full-time mother, who's now a first-time author of her first book, someone who has a full-time podcast, someone who's connecting with her family, who's going out again, who's in love, who's dating, and someone who's actively conscious and who's tuning in, who's prioritizing herself. This is me. I have all these different things going on. So why is that? Because I'm finding that home within myself. Whatever needs my attention at that moment, I'm going to give it my attention. Whatever don't, I'm going to push to the side until I'm done with that. And I'm okay with not having to do all things. It's an old saying that states, you can do all things but not at the same time. And that's the problem. When we try to do everything at the same time, that causes us to be in a headspace of trying to be what everybody and everything wants us to be. But what if we can't be that? What if we're not meant to be that? What if we're meant to be that for ourselves, though? And the more energy you put into yourself, the more energy you put into those things that needs to be paid attention within yourself, you're going to see a lot of things fall off naturally. Even what's going on in the spiritual realm now, or even with the planet alignments. Things have been revealed. Things that trigger you, those things have been revealed to work on yourself. So if you are going through a season, or I think Mercury retrograde, I can't remember what planet it's in right now, but it's most definitely coming to an end. But just this Mercury retrograde that's happening is causing us to rethink and reassess some things, to let some things go. And I believe that's what this Mercury retrograde is. It's about It's about digging deep and releasing those things that we think that we've forgotten about. These things we feel like we've forgiven about. These things that's just deeply, 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 deeply hidden. And so when it comes down to so when it comes down to so when it comes down to basic but anyways, when it comes down to basic things, we must yes, my bad. But we must make sure that we are in the headspace where we need to be. So if you're not in the headspace, if you feel as if I'm putting a lot of energy here, but I'm not getting anything back, you need to be in a place where the energy can be reciprocated. That's the tip. That's the major. That's a major chunk that I need you to bite out of. What are you getting this reciprocation from? Because if you're not getting that reciprocation, what's happening is you're putting yourself in the mindset to overdo and overexert your energy. And all your energy is going towards everything outside of what's really important. It's like putting your energy into creating a budget, putting your energy into into creating more harmony and peace. Just putting your energy into what you need to put your energy into is going to allow you to have a more balanced or harmonious life. And you will be like you will be able to prevent yourself from being burnt out. But that's the overall message for tonight. I hope that you can review this. I love y'all. Just have a beautiful rest of y'all day, y'all night, wherever you may be viewing this. And I just got done watching Fat Girls, and I'm about to go ahead and finish, drink my water, snack a little bit. I take a bubble bath. I'm about to just reset because this is my way of allowing myself to just relax into whatever state of mind I need to be right now to be better for myself. But anyways, I love y'all, and thank you. I'm taking more time to make these live videos, but like I said, it's balancing a lot. So I will make videos on TikTok and share them on YouTube if that's going to keep up everything, at least one video. And I hope you're enjoying all of the videos. So go back and rewatch them. But I have a whole bunch of new videos, a whole bunch of new things coming up. And I will most definitely do a live video once my book comes. Once I order the books and they come to the house. So you can see the new book out. So I appreciate your support there as well. But anyways, I love y'all. Y'all have a beautiful rest of y'all night or day, whatever time you may be viewing this. And continue to look for inspiration and continue to listen to the videos and always be looking out for like I said, I'm about to go to bed. So anyways, I love y'all. I love y'all. And keep your energy up and keep your energy high and don't get burnt out. Until next time, just be looking for another live within the next 2 to 3 weeks, okay? And I'll make sure I let y'all know when. But anyways, I love y'all. Until next time, love and light.